You ever take a photo within a photo? The Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses. I've had these for a while at this point. What do I think? Are they worth it? Do they suck? Is the camera quality a potato? Should you buy them? Do you care? That is the question. So, Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses, these guys. These, I can't hold things to save my life apparently. These guys. I got them in the matte black finish. This is the extra large or the large size because I have a very large head. And I've had these since, I've had these like 8 months now. I got these back in July. It's February now as I'm recording this. So I've had them for a while. And I want to share with you my honest thoughts because sometimes you just see these reviews that are shorter or you don't have as long-term of a look at them. So this is going to be my look at these after having them for so long. Now, there's a couple things I do like about them, a couple things I don't like about them, some things I would change, some things that, you know, when I got these, I absolutely loved them, but ultimately has my opinion changed. So, these guys, they charge in the case here. There's a little chargy bit, connects to the little contacts in the bridge in the nose, plugs in via USB-C. I do like the case. That brown leather, and then they got the little icon there to light up for when they're charging. And then the inside is kind of a nice tanned suede material. Honestly, the case is great. I love it. I did kind of scuff it up a little bit there, but it's held up pretty well. But what you guys actually want to know about is these, the glasses. Are they good? And as a photographer, I can tell you about the camera quality. It's honestly surprising. And here's the thing. You have a camera in your pocket and you have this guy right here. Why do you need them? Because honestly, this I would say is one step below this in terms of camera quality. I would say it's like a phone from a couple years ago. It's pretty good. You can use it for a majority of settings and you can edit it in with your phone video and it won't feel out of place really at all. It is a pretty wide field of view, so you get that kind of POV look of things, which can be pretty cool. Where I've found I use these most is anytime I'm doing anything with my hands that I don't want to pull a phone out, or if I'm anywhere where just pulling a phone out is a little too like whatever. So I'll just have these on, record a quick video. There is a light that goes on to show you, because of privacy, all that you are recording, which I think is a good thing to have. These are the polarized lenses. I know some people who have the clear lenses, also the transition ones. Transition ones I do like because you can have them as regular glasses and then you can also have them as sunglasses. So if you're inside, you're not going to look like you're wearing sunglasses inside. The biggest issue with these being sunglasses is that if I'm inside and I want to record content with them, I'm just that guy now that's wearing sunglasses inside. And then you add the other level of, oh, now there's like the fancy recording sunglasses, and then I just look like a, well, you know. So that's one issue that I've found with them. However, if you are creating content, probably I would go with the transition lenses because you'll get the most versatility out of them and you won't look weird if you're like recording with them inside or anything. Also at night is a whole other thing. Even if I'm outside putting them on, it becomes a bit of a thing. Also, the tint on them is pretty strong, so then I just start walking into things because I can't see where I'm going. However, the camera quality out of them is surprisingly good. I'm gonna shut that off. The camera quality out of them is surprisingly good. I've used it for a lot of content, for reels, for all that kind of stuff, and I find it works great. My favorite thing to do, because being a photographer, trying to get that POV angle, rather than having like a phone strapped to your chest or whatever, I'll just quickly hit that and I can have the camera out here, and it gives a really cool perspective that I find for behind the scenes stuff works really great. gives a nice kind of angle to help spice things up. It is a very convenient solution for that because you don't even have to worry about pulling your phone out. But it's also like, oh, you just pull your phone, whatever. But it's a nice added angle. I am pretty tall, so I find I'm usually looking down at things, or I have to do like a squat to get a good angle. And because I'm like tilting my head up, and then people are like, why are you walking all weird? Because I'm trying to keep the footage stable. Because otherwise you'll notice that you are walking with it, because it works like a regular camera. If you're using video with your phone, you'll see yourself walking unless you do like the ninja walk thing. So that still applies with these, but these are the standard Wayfarer frames. And honestly, stylistically, the style of them, the aesthetic of them, figured it out, is pretty nice. They're a classic black pair of shades that works well with most of your outfits, whatever. If I want to go a little more stylized, I'll just wear a different pair of sunglasses, whatever. But what surprised me about these is I don't just use them for content and all that, because they do have these little speakers on the side here that you can listen to music. I've taken phone calls from these. I've sent and received text messages from them. I don't use the AI thing a whole lot, like when you say, hey, Meta, do this, do that, whatever. That I don't do a whole lot yet. I could see maybe in the future using it a little bit more. What I do like is if I'm driving, I can get a text that comes through on my phone. It will read it to me in the glasses, and then I can just respond to it through there. I did update it at one point, and now for some reason it's not syncing with my contacts properly. I think I have to update it again or something. And now it doesn't do this, but that was a feature that I really liked when I first got it. So if I can figure out a way to get that back, I'll share how I did it, because I did really like that feature, just being able to go like, hey Meta, text so-and-so, say this, and then it's like, okay, great. But the phone quality is surprising out of these. I have taken many phone calls, and people are always like, oh, you sound really clear. Or I've even asked people, what do you think of the sound quality like right now? How's the call quality? And they're like, oh, it's great. Like, okay, perfect. I can be walking outside, it's windy, whatever. And the call quality, from what I've heard, has always been great, and I have no complaints about that. Also, the audio quality out of these is surprisingly good. And if you're standing beside me, as long as it's not like a silent room, you won't really hear the music at all. Like, I could be walking next to you, we're having a conversation, I could have turned music on, you wouldn't even know that I'm listening to music until I'm not responding to you, because I'm just listening to music and ignoring you, which is not what I would do. But you could, hypothetically, and nobody would know, because they aren't that loud for even having speakers right beside your ears as opposed to inside of them. So that's been a huge plus. Plus, if you like expensive or like designer or whatever sunglasses, these aren't that much of an investment to make. They're not that expensive. And for what you get, they're pretty worth it in my opinion. The one thing I will caution you is they are heavier than a regular pair of sunglasses due to the tech inside them. So there are times if you wear them for an extended period of time. I noticed this happened more so when I first got them. You will get a bit of a headache until your body kind of adjusts to that weight. I wouldn't always recommend wearing them all day. Like, I wouldn't maybe replace your regular pair of eyeglasses with these, because you'll probably, like, that extra weight you will notice it after a while. Even if you don't notice the actual weight, you might just be like, why do I feel like I have a bit of a headache, or my head is kind of tight for some reason? That is something that I found with these, and is an experience that people that I know that also have them, that they share as well. But all in all, for what it's worth, having these for 8-10 months now, I would say honestly they're worth it, and I would get them again. But ultimately it is up to you. That is just my thoughts. If you want to check them out, I'll leave a link in the description. I'm not an affiliate with them, but if you want to check them out, I'll put that down there just to make it easier for you. I hope you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing if you haven't already. Work hard, rest often, and I'll see you on the next one.